Hello and welcome to the Kinetic Networks YouTube channel. My name is Chris or T, and I'm going to be going over how you can install yourself a 64-bit version of Java. So, if your pack is crashing at startup, so it's loading, it'll be there for a few seconds and disappear, or maybe won't even open sometimes, it will mean that you haven't got enough RAM, or 9 times out of 10 will mean you haven't got enough RAM allocated to your pack. If it's crashing for another reason, then you need to check your crash report and send that to a staff member, and we'll look into the issue for you. So if your pack is crashing on startup, it probably means you haven't got enough RAM allocated. Now, our packs require 3 GB plus to run. However, don't give them more than 8 GB if your machine can go above that, because Java isn't very good at handling memory. So often you can bog down the pack and it can actually crash or lag more than the small amounts of RAM. I know it doesn't really make sense because more RAM must mean it runs faster, but not in the case of Java, because it's not very good at RAM management. Anyway, to add more RAM to the pack, all you need to do if you're using Kinetic is go to Launch Options. If you're using Curse, you don't need to worry about any of this and just wait until we get to the part to install the 64-bit Java. Go to Kinetic, Java settings, and then here you can click the drop down and select the amount of RAM you want to give to the pack. As I've got a 16 GB machine, I can allocate up to 15 GB here. If you've only got up to 1 GB here and you haven't got all these amounts, then you need to install yourself a 64-bit Java. So if you click the drop down at the top here, it will say something along the lines of a 32-bit or maybe just Java or whatever. It won't say this. So we need to install yourself a Java. Now there are a number of versions of Java. There's Java all the way up to Java 11, although Minecraft only supports Java 8. So make sure on your system you haven't got something like Java 10 or Java 11 or Java 9 installed. If you have, make sure you uninstall that first, because otherwise you could be causing problems, especially if you want to go and run one of our servers and running the packs. Anyway, so there's a link in the description down below where you can grab yourself a 64-bit version of Java. Here we go. This is the latest version here, and you can actually see mine's out of date there, so we'll update it while we're here. Let's just turn that off. So if you all you need to do for Windows is install this version here, and make sure you download the one with the .exe on the end of it, not the one with .gz, because that will download like a zip file full of the contents of Java and stuff. You don't want that. So download this version here. For Linux, you want to download this version here with .rpm at the end, and for Mac, you want to download this version here with .dmg at the end. Now, to download it, you just need to make sure you accept that licensing agreement up here, and then you just need to press on the exe, and it will lovingly download it. Here we go. It'll take just a few seconds depending on your internet speed, and then show up in your downloads folder. Let's wait for that to come in. While you're at it, you might as well just shut out of the Kinetic launcher as well, because otherwise you'll need to restart the Kinetic launcher in order for these changes to take effect. So open it up, allow it for your firewall, and then click next, install, and it's going to tell you some stuff. Changes, okay, that's fine, don't worry about that. There we go, it's going to tell you how many devices use Java, and it'll start installing it. So once you've got this on your system, that's pretty much it. You'll be able to allocate the more RAM to your pack. One thing you do to make sure actually is you keep the Java updated, Java version 8 updated. Often problems with packs and loading things is because people are using like a historic version of Java. And that can cause a number of problems. Saying that, I obviously haven't updated mine for a little bit. To update your Java, I will just, while this is installing, just show you. If you go down on here, and then if you go all the way down to, it should be here, it should be J, Java, and then you just click on check for updates here, and you just check for updates and install the new one. Often as well, it will come up in this little box down here. If you've got a version that needs to be updated. There you go. That's been successfully installed. Right, there we go. Just need to open up the Kinetic launcher again. Or if you're using Twitch, just open up that and press play. And just log in quick. And then if we go to launcher options, then Java, you can see we now have the new version listed there, which is great. And if you couldn't allocate more there before, you will now have the option to allocate more RAM. Just press on 8 GB if you got it, or 6 or 3. Try go for 4, but they will run on 3. Anything less than 3, they're just going to crash. Don't bother. And then you can just press play, and the pack will load, and that's it. That's all you need to do. So if you need any more help or support with this issue, or you're stuck with this problem and you're something confused you, whatever, please go to our support channels inside our Discord server. There'll be a link for that down below, and we'll be happy to help you out. Anyway, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I hope you enjoy playing our packs and on our servers. Laters.